Most of you probably already know that Obama has spoken out about the George Zimmerman case. Now, I want to talk about the two things he actually said, one of which I agree with completely and one of which I disagree with completely. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what he said about how the system has been allowed to work. I agree with that completely. When he said that he doesn't see any federal charges being placed because the system was allowed to work, the evidence was presented, the jury made a decision, he was found innocent, and he should be allowed to go on with his life. I agree with that 100%. So on that, I was like, hey, good job, Mr. President. You actually stood up for the system. Even if you think he's guilty, you stood up for the system, which was allowed to work the way it was supposed to work. So with that, I agreed with him completely. Now, the thing I disagreed with completely was this idea that he had that we need to go evaluate stand your ground laws, that they need to take another look at these ridiculous stand your ground laws, and how, I don't know, they just kind of came across with the opinion that there's something negative about them, that they're allowing people to just randomly shoot whoever they want and get away with it because we have these evil stand your ground laws. Well, that's just not the case with stand your ground laws. Stand your ground laws don't exonerate you from guilt if you just shoot someone for the hell of it. Stand your ground laws still require you have a valid threat, that you have a reason to believe you are in danger. They do not change that. They don't give you the right to just shoot somebody. That is one of the biggest misconceptions I've ever seen with stand your ground laws. These people seem to think, well, now you can just shoot somebody over anything and say you felt threatened and you get away with it. No, that's not true. If you're not justified, look at Zimmerman. People thought he might not be justified. He had to go to court, prove he was. Or prove that they didn't have enough evidence to prove he wasn't. So you still have to go through that. You still have to be justified in the shoot. The main thing stand your ground laws do, they protect you from liability after you've been found innocent. One of the biggest problems when you're involved in a self-defense case where you have to end someone else's life is even after you are found innocent in a court of law, a court of justice, you're found guilty in the court of sympathy later. You get a jury that feels sympathetic for the poor mother who just lost her criminal son because he got shot breaking into someone's home or assaulting someone or mugging someone. And they're like, yeah, the guy who did it was justified in shooting him, but we feel that, she's suffered a great loss because of this. And maybe he wasn't super justified, so let's give her $1,000,000. He's probably got insurance, blah, blah, blah. Not taking into account, that ruins most people. Most people aren't ruined by the actual criminal case or the cost of the criminal case. They're ruined by the civil case. And what a lot of these stand your ground laws are, they don't change why you can shoot someone or when you can shoot someone. They change it to where when you are found innocent of a crime, you aren't then later tried by emotion and found guilty and then have your life ruined because of it. So the reality is these laws aren't changing the fact that you have to still be threatened and you have to still be justified in shooting someone. They aren't giving people just free rein to shoot whenever they want. And there hasn't been an increase of shooting since they went into effect. This whole idea that people said, if these laws go into effect, it'll be the wild, wild west and people will be shooting everybody left and right, never happened. So these people saying that the laws need to be repealed, well, they're looking for a solution to a problem that doesn't exist because that problem doesn't exist. All the stand your ground laws do, like I said, all they do is they take people that were perfectly innocent, people that were victims, people that were found innocent of breaking a crime, and keep them from later being found guilty in a court of just emotional appeal.